prosecutor?
Yes.
Hi, I'm
Hi.
Joel Vaught.
Hi.
Hi, I just have a quick question. Did you guys get my
Yes.
papers that I filed?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so you did get the motions,
Yes.
or the
We'll
demurrer?
take them up with the judge.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and did you guys get the, bring your evidence of jurisdiction? Did you bring that with you
We'll
today?
take everything up with the judge,
All right.
okay?
Thank you. Good morning.
Okay, so we have these complaints that the news office has filed today. I understand that there is a demurrer to the complaint, and it's not too short, let's see. I think this is request for orders, but there are at least 6 or 5 pages here. Now, I imagine this, but you haven't seen this at all.
Your Honor, I did get a copy yesterday. I believe he did serve it on our office. I tried to review it. I was a little confused as to what he's asking. But I can just say that well, if the court looks at the ADC form, did the court want me to recite the facts?
Whatever you want to present to me.
The people believe, Your Honor, if this case went to trial, California CHP Officer Withrow would testify that he was on routine patrol in the county of Napa at or near the intersection of State Route 121 and 128 when he saw this defendant driving a vehicle that was towing a trailer that had a folded up license plate that couldn't be read. As the officer made further observations, the defendant was unable to come to a complete stop. He was on a downhill and his truck was so overloaded that the brakes wouldn't hold the vehicle. There were a number of other safety issues, so the officer pulled over the defendant and he was not able to produce any proof of insurance. He was not able to produce a driver's license, and he only rolled his window down about an inch or two. He demanded to speak with the officer's supervisor, and he refused to comply with the officer's lawful order to move his vehicle to a flat space where the officer could safely conduct his investigation. So we believe that the discovery, which of course the defendant does not have, would support the charges. The officer found approximately a half a pound of marijuana in the car. There was no, it's not a car, it's a vehicle. There was no medical marijuana recommendation or anything to that effect. Let's see, what else? So I do believe that if the defendant has a chance to read the discovery, that he will see that there was jurisdiction in the county of Napa and that they do state a cause of action. Let me make sure I've got. Yes, he could not stop at the stop sign. Right, I think I got everything else in there.
Oh,
So
boy.
those are the facts alleged. And given the defendant's claim of no cause of action, that there's no jurisdiction, I believe that the facts are contrary to that. There is a corpus. There's a body camera, there's a dash camera that I've ordered. We have Officer Withrow's testimony. There were several other officers there. A supervisor did show up at the scene. The sheriff's department did show up at the scene. So those are the facts that the people believe would come out if this case went to trial.
All right, any comments, sir?
Are you talking to me? My intention today is just to get this over with as quick as possible. My intention is to actually plead guilty. I have a plea form. I just need to get a few points addressed. I need to get a few clarifications addressed here so I can make an informed plea.
Well, let me go over the charges with you. Let's start there. This complaint was filed today. It does allege that on June 21st of this year, in count 1, you disobeyed an officer, which is a misdemeanor. Count 2 alleges that you resisted, obstructed, delayed a peace officer or you on that same day. Count 3, possession of marijuana more than 28.5 grams. That's a misdemeanor. The following are infractions. Count 4, unsafe condition of a vehicle. Count 5, failure to stop at an intersection stop sign. Count 6, failure to possess a driver's license. Count 7, driving with no proof of insurance. For the infractions, you could face fines up to $1,000. For the misdemeanor in count 1, I think that's a 6-month maximum. You don't get that one often.
Yes, I can,
Count 2 is definitely a 1-year county jail maximum. Count 3, 6-month county jail maximum. I just want to look up at 2,800. Most misdemeanors are 6 months. There are some that are.
Is it okay to sit down here? If I can bring
As
the
long
mic.
as you're, yes, you can sit there, just pull the microphone close, just in case you make statements so that everything is safe.
This microphone here?
No, the one over there.
Yeah, I need to sit. I traveled a very, very long distance to get here. And just let me say that I am under threat and duress here.
Hold on a second, sir. I'm just gonna let you know the maximum punishment for so that you're clear. All right, sir, and so what you said today is very confusing from what you're alleging in your demeanor and then the statement that you begin to say. I would indicate that the defendant has been now arraigned on the charges. He filed a demurrer. This will be filed today. And do you have any more statements about the demurrer?
I'm curious, did the clerk and the prosecutor also get the request for discovery and Brady request and the request for judicial notice?
Okay, so let's do one thing at a time. Those are separate issues from the demurrer. Is there anything more you'd like to say about your demurrer?
There's not anything I want to say. I said my intention is to plead guilty here today. I just need to have a few clarifications. Am I presumed innocent of the accusations here today?
You still say that again?
Am I presumed innocent of the actual accusations here today?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Presumed innocent. But we need to deal with the demurrer. If you do not have any additional comments, I'm ready to rule on that.
The only comment I have is that, the court has no jurisdiction, and I would like this whole thing to be dropped and dismissed. I'm here today to just get this thrown out. I'm looking for jurisdiction, and do I have the right to be informed of the cause and nature of the accusations and proceedings today?
Yes, I just went over the complaint with you. So.
Yes, I do.
The demurrer, the court is overruling it. We'll go ahead and get it filed, but I am overruling that.
Objection on what grounds are you overruling?
There's no basis.
There's
Based
no-
on what you've written here, a lot of it has nothing to do with the demurrer at all, but the parts that do,
Uh-huh.
you find that the complaint does. And I'm looking at the petition, 1004, those are grounds for demurrer, and I'm indicating here that this complaint does comply with the provisions of section 950, of the criminal code, that the facts stated constitute a public offense. There are a number of charges that are listed here, I believe it was 7 that I read to you. And that is the reason why I will move it or not. In terms of jurisdiction, there's an allegation here that these crimes were committed in the county of Napa. So at this time, sir, do you wish to plead guilty, no contest, not guilty? What is your request? Do you want to enter a plea?
Yeah, I would like to get this over with today. My intention, like I said, is to plead guilty if I can get informed about what's going on here. You know.
Does the court have the people's offer?
Let's see if that was attached. Yes. All right, sir, you should also have this. The offer is attached to your complaint. Basically, you would be pleading to count 1 and 4. Everything else would be dismissed. You would be placed on 2 years of summary probation, meaning you do not have a probation officer. You report probation.
This is the paper you're talking about?
And Ms. Clay, if you can step into the offer.
It would be count 1, the disobeying the officer, and count 4, that's an infraction, unsafe vehicle.
Okay. Well, my question here is,
And then it would be summary probation, and I would not ask for any additional jail. You already got arrested, right?
I'm not here to talk about this. I'm just trying to figure out how this is evidence of jurisdiction over me. How is this the prosecutor's evidence of jurisdiction? You know, I want to go back to the few clarifications I have. Do I have the right to a fair and meaningful hearing here today?
No, we're not having a hearing today. You do have a right to a jury trial. Yes.
I don't want to take this to trial. I just want to get it taken care of today.
Sir, if you want to take care of it today, if you want to plead no contest, that you're not contesting, that we have enough evidence to convict you of disobeying an officer and driving a vehicle that is not safe, we can take care of things today. We'd put you on summary probation, and you'd be directed to not commit any new legal offenses.
Well, I need facts here and actual physical evidence and proof. You know, is there?
Sir, what I'm going to do is pass your matter because I'm aware that we have at least 2 other cases that may be a little quicker, and then we can return to your case. So please have a seat in the audience, and maybe you can take a moment to look through the offer again and decide if you want to accept that. Okay?
I'm here to finish this today.
People versus Jordan Walt, please.
Call the next case, give you a moment to collect your thoughts. Please come forward and name Mr. Walker. Do you want to talk to me about this case?
So back to what? Well, you know, I want to be informed so I can shop for the right kind of lawyer.
You need a criminal lawyer.
Yeah, yeah, and I want to, you know, get the facts here straight so I know what kind of lawyer I'm looking for. And that goes back to, you know, you said that I'm innocent of all the accusations here today. You already, you know, said yes to that, and I'm here. I'm ready to just get it done with today.
Okay, so
I have the intention of
but then you keep arguing about whether or not there's jurisdiction, you're presumed innocent, so you're sending mixed messages with your words. Every defendant is presumed innocent, but the people have a right to proceed with whatever complaint they have filed, and it's up to them if they want to go forward to prove this case beyond a reasonable doubt. So you may start off as being presumed innocent, but it really comes down to, at the trial, what is proven, what the jury decides, unless you take an offer short of trial.
from the prosecutor.
They are the charging agents, so So
Okay.
if you filed a complaint, you have it in hand. You
Uh-huh.
have a right to have an attorney, and you have a jury trial, and have 12 people decide whether or not they have proven the case against you. Okay? Now, I just need to know, do you want to talk to an attorney? And can you afford to hire your own attorney if you want to talk to them?
I want to reserve the right to have an attorney, but at this moment, before I even go any further, I need to know if, do I have a right to a fair, meaningful hearing today?
The only hearing that's on today is to arraign you on the complaint. You have to go to the next step. I have 3 minutes, and I have to let all.
Okay. Is that a yes or no question? I do have a right to a fair and meaningful hearing today.
You have a right to a jury trial.
Well,
You want to come to the public defender's office.
objection. What is, point of clarification, what is a jury trial? Isn't that the same as a hearing?
No, no, it's not. A jury trial is where 12 people from the community come in and decide the case versus a hearing where there would be a judicial officer who decides what the result will be.
Oh, okay. From my understanding, you're the one who decides if I'm innocent, right?
Only if you request a court trial.
All right, well,
If you want a court trial, then yes, it would be a judicial officer who makes the decision versus a jury trial.
Well, just so I can make an informed plea, like I said, I have the intentions of just pleading guilty today and getting it over with. I don't have the time to keep coming back and forth or wasting your time. I have a question. Does the prosecutor have the burden of the proof for the proceedings today? They do have the burden of proof?
Today is not your court trial or your jury trial, but yes, they have that burden.
Okay, has the prosecutor submitted any evidence establishing jurisdiction over me today?
Stop there. Are you available at 1:30? Do we have to see when there will be deputies here?
Whatever please the court. I will make myself available.
Okay, we can have one at 1:30. Okay, we have to continue this matter until 1:30 today. It is 11:57. I cannot hold court staff into their lunch hour. And it sounds like this is not going to.
Objection, I'm ready to just, I have the intentions of pleading guilty right now. I was just asking if the prosecutor had any submitted evidence of jurisdiction today.
Did the court want me to bring a pro discovery packet?
Yes.
Okay.
So Ms. Quinn is going to bring some information for you to review this afternoon, and then you can make an informed.
I'm not here to review any more information. I just need to know if they have jurisdiction. We could get this all over with right now.
We have jurisdiction.
I have to go to
It
work.
happened in the county of Napa.
Do you have physical evidence of that? That you have
Not
jurisdiction?
today.
Not today. Well, I require a dismissal of this case because the prosecutor failed to bring any evidence today.
Yeah, we'll resume at 1:30. Okay.
Objection. She just said she has no evidence, so I'd like to go home.
If you do not return at 1:30, I will have to issue a dispatch.
Is that a threat? Objection.
No, I'm just letting you know what will happen if you do not return to court. Your order.
I feel this is not fair. You're threatening me with violence.
There's no, I don't threaten people. That's not appropriate. But I just want you to.
That's just how I feel.
Okay.
All right, sir, we'll see you at 1:30. We're closing the courtroom.
All right, under duress, so I guess I'll just wait around. 1:30?
1:30, sir. 1:30. Court will be open. Same courtroom.
All right, what do I...
Is this yours?
No, it's... What do I have to do to get evidence? Do I ask her? Do I deal with you? I'm just trying to figure out how the court works here. That's my understanding, that she has to...
None of us can provide legal advice, sir.
I'm just trying to get the right things to make the right plea, because I need to get this over with. And
Well, that's what attorneys...
I mean, you don't feel that was weird how she just walked out without evidence? And I mean,
No, she's on her lunch break as well.
if I was in a Supreme Court or something...
This is not a hearing. You're mistaken. This is a hearing. Anyways, see you at
This is
1:30.
just where you decide whether you want.
You know where I'm coming from, though, right? I'm not... I mean, I just asked her for jurisdiction of evidence. She said, no, she doesn't have it. So, I mean, in common sense, that would be dropped. And that's physical evidence. That's all I wanted. Oh, well, if she has physical evidence of jurisdiction, then we'll figure it out today. Cool. All right. Yeah. let's go pop. I don't think I need any help. What I want to be done with my case is just to be fair. I'm pretty sure that you're the judge, so you're kind of like the referee, right, between me and the prosecutor. And the prosecutor has failed to, from what I see, provide any evidence at all proving jurisdiction. So, I require dismissal of this case because the prosecutor failed, and they're welcome to refile any of the alleged charges once they have met their burdens, including submitting evidence that satisfies the element of jurisdiction. If I was doing the same thing as them, I would be put in jail if I just said, hey, we have jurisdiction just because we say so. Because I looked through that paper they just gave me, I couldn't find any proof of jurisdiction. There was no evidence submitted.
Okay, sir, so this is why I was talking about you speaking with an attorney, because obviously you don't understand everything that's going on. And the day that you come to court for arraignment doesn't mean we're gonna have your jury trial that day, or that we're gonna run any motion that you think needs to be run. Just easy steps. You've been arraigned on your charges, you dealt with your return, I hope a little bad. So the next step is to put your matter on for settlement conference. And so that means we need to set another court date. I started off by telling you I will appoint a public defender so you can consult with an attorney. And if there are any motions that need to be filed in your case, your attorney can assist you with that. But everything doesn't get resolved on the first day that you come to court.
Well, from my understanding, you can raise a question asking if jurisdiction, if there was evidence submitted the first day I'm here. I'm just trying to see, hey, what's your stance?
So in this way, it's going to reveal all allegations. And if you want to exercise your right to have a jury trial, you can. If there are motions that you want to file, you can do that. But that happens at a later date. It doesn't happen on the same day as your arraignment.
Objection. Are you hiding something from me? Are you
You
being...
cannot object to me, sir.
Right.
No one's hiding anything from you. I'm just trying to be very patient here to explain the process. But I really think you need an attorney because it doesn't appear that you understand. So I'm going to appoint a public defender.
Objection. I don't want a public defender.
You don't have to use their service.
At the moment, I don't know, because my...
There are two public defender representatives here, and I wonder if anyone can, please.
Objection. This man does not represent me. I never asked for him to represent me. Like I said before in the very beginning, my intention is to plead guilty here to get this all dropped because I cannot make it here. I live too far away. I don't have the means of getting here. I'm ready. I'm ready to just say, hey, if she has the proof of jurisdiction, if she submitted the evidence, I'm ready to do whatever you.
Mr. Wynn is here. He's not representing you.
Don't fight.
Explain something.
Explain to me that, does the prosecutor have the burden of proof to, in the proceedings today?
If you want to step outside and talk?
I don't need to step outside. I'm just trying to see if the prosecutor has the burden of proof. From my understanding, that today, if they had the case move on, they need to have jurisdiction over me, and they haven't submitted any jurisdiction.
The people can only at this juncture.
Not sure if that requires it.
Objections. You're saying this is physical evidence. This is evidence you're submitting. That would be fair.
I mean, I can't do it. It's up to the court. I'm just wondering.
Is there anybody that wants to at least talk to someone who isn't a prosecutor? I'm going to take all of the time. And you can just
If the prosecutor can prove jurisdiction, for sure, I need to have counsel. If not, I feel that's grounds for it to be dismissed immediately.
I'm not saying that he's going to be your attorney, but he might be able to
Okay, and how do I get the record? How do I get the voice record here? Because if I have to come back here, I need to bring that up, that she said, the prosecutor, she said in her own words, she has not submitted any evidence of jurisdiction today, and she can't. And it was the same thing this morning when I was waiting, they still didn't even have a case number.
Sir, so you don't want to just step out for a moment and speak to someone who has some legal background?
Do you want me to?
I think it would be
If you really want me to, I don't want to waste any more of your time. Like I said, I had the intentions of pleading guilty just to drop this because I can't afford the gas to come down here. Napa County, I'm way up in Eugene. It took me 2 days just to get out here.
So you can just step out with Mr. Wayne, just break.
With him? All right.
Okay, my name's Sam. I'm not trying to hurt you or anything.
No,
I just work for the
I know
county.
you guys all work together.
And I represent-
mean, you guys get paid all by the same people, right?
Sure.
You're a public defender?
Absolutely, we get
With-
paid by the same people, but my role.
So
is
there's a
whether-
point of interest here that's
Okay.
not fair.
So do you want an attorney to help you or not?
Yeah, if they can prove physical evidence, if they can actually submit evidence that they have jurisdiction, then yes.
What's the case about? Because I don't know anything.
I got pulled over for having a bent license plate on my truck. And then I refused to
Is that a
answer any
California
questions.
plate?
It doesn't matter, I mean, I'm not here to answer questions, I'm here to ask for jurisdiction.
Well, I can't give you an advice without information. That's what
I don't really think it's about advice. I think that they're not being fair. I asked you to prove jurisdiction. The judge looked at the prosecutor, and the prosecutor said, I don't have any jurisdiction. I have no evidence I can submit today. Boom. Why are we still here?
Well, this is not,
This is a cannabis charge and a bent license plate and not providing insurance or license.
okay.
Which I do
What
have.
did you get arrested for? The license plate?
Because I didn't answer any questions. I rolled my window down this much, and they have this same thing. I'm like, who are you? I don't know if you're a thug with some random badge on you trying to rob me. I've heard of people
Okay.
getting raided
Then after
in
they
the
pulled you
hood.
over for that, what happened after that?
They threatened my life. They had guns, they had them pulled, they had the tasers out, they're ready to crack my window open if I didn't roll it down. So I said, under duress, under threat, duress, and coercion, or whatever,
Okay,
I said,
what's your
okay.
name?
My name's Joel.
Joel, okay, let me try to explain the process.
Please explain, how do
There's
they,
a process, okay? It's
Okay.
due process, you have a right to due process,
sure,
but it's not a quick process.
okay.
Just let you know that.
But I'm familiar that you can raise the
Yeah.
question of
It's not-
jurisdiction
but
immediately.
The process is not like, I'm not making those cases go away, like you're trying to do.
Of
here.
course.
Okay.
Well, they need to submit something to me. You need to go ask them while I'm out of the room, hey, you guys need to drop this and give them something. Because it's just gonna go on for years. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I'm gonna keep
Absolutely.
coming back and asking for jurisdiction
Sure,
until they
sure.
legally arrest
But you
me.
But you want to make sure that you follow the correct procedures, right?
They are not even,
You have,
They don't even have
whether or not they
jurisdiction.
do or not, who says so?
just because they threaten my life,
Okay.
they have
Well,
jurisdiction. That's what I'm trying to figure out. They have no jurisdiction. This is common sense. Hey, if someone says, hey, you need to get here, we have jurisdiction
Where
over
did
you.
this
Wait a
happen?
minute,
Where
you have
did that
jurisdiction over? I mean, if I was in the army and I signed off my jurisdiction to them, okay, they have a piece of paper they can provide.
Okay.
So I need
Where did this
to
happen?
really break that down. Right here and now.
All right. Well, I don't think that,
Do I have to bring that up? The army has jurisdiction over their people because they sign a paperwork in my favor.
okay. Well, it sounds to me as though you don't want my help.
Well, you're not answering my question. Have they submitted jurisdiction and where is it
That's
and
not
why?
a question that I can answer.
Okay.
Because that's not the process that they follow.
Okay, but you do understand where I'm coming from.
They say that this happened in Napa County, so they have territorial jurisdiction over their.
Just because geographically they say that doesn't mean that they have jurisdiction over me. There's
They
no
have
proof of that.
territorial jurisdiction.
There's no proof. They just say they do.
Okay.
Where's the proof of the jurisdiction is what I'm asking. And they seem confused about that. Maybe because no one
Do you
ever,
want to see it in the statute? Would that help?
there's no proof. Just because it
Well,
says,
the
oh,
allegation-
I'm writing this, and that means I have jurisdiction over you. I never said yes. I never signed anything. I'm not in any contract with these guys.
Okay.
I did nothing wrong. I had some flower gums, some cannabis flowers. I have a cannabis card. But I'm not mentioning that to them because I'm not here to defend myself. I'm here to ask for their jurisdiction. It's like going to a mafia and they're like, hey, you have to be here on Monday. Okay, they're going to kill my ass if I don't show up on Monday. Then you get there and say, hey, what the hell? Who are you guys? How do you have jurisdiction over me?
Okay.
Really? I mean, can you help me at all by telling them, hey guys, you guys are right? That's the right thing for you to do.
The first thing you need to decide for yourself is whether or not you want an attorney. The good thing about having an attorney is that they understand the process and they can help you through. And because it's a misdemeanor, you don't have to be in court for your attorney to go and help you out. So if you need to go back to Eugene,
I'm aware of that.
you're in contact with your attorney, then your attorney can help you sort things out. Okay?
I mean, if I
It
was
sounds
to even
like if
hire
I-
somebody, I couldn't hire someone that's getting paid by the same people.
Okay,
Because
so-
right there's a conflict of
Okay,
interest.
and I understand that. I mean, I do work, I do have a job and I do get paid.
You need a good rep with her. Because if you're
Not
like,
necessarily.
if you're like, hey judge, he's right, and automatically she's going to shut up. I know that. It's
Okay.
obvious. There's no
Yeah,
jurisdiction.
and you actually have to have a lawyer that you can trust.
I mean, I just popped up on this. I didn't even figure it out. I didn't create the law. I just read the law and I'm like, wow, these people cannot prove they have not submitted any evidence of jurisdiction. That's what I keep going back to, and I'm asking her if I can have a fair and meaningful hearing today, and it's not fair.
Okay.
It's all going on the record. She even, the prosecutor herself, said,
Okay.
I don't have
Well,
any evidence. I haven't submitted it. I can't.
you just
Jurisdiction.
probably tell the judge that you don't want me to represent you, right? And then it's that.
At the moment.
Okay.
Okay, so do you want to, you want an attorney?
After talking with the lawyer out there, I've concluded this needs to be dismissed because of prosecutorial misconduct. I asked him, and he basically looked at me the same way the prosecutor did when I asked if they submitted any jurisdiction, any evidence of jurisdiction at all, and I don't think he can help me.
Right.
Yeah, I asked him, and he just looked at me like that. So, like I said, the prosecutor didn't meet the burden of proof, and I don't see how this can keep going.
Okay, so you don't want the public defender's office.
Like I said, right after I talked to him, I've concluded this all needs to be dismissed because of the prosecutorial misconduct.
Going back to setting another court date, you can come back as early as, if you can hire an attorney, you can roll it September 13th.
Objection! I can't make it back here. That's why I'm here with the intention to plead guilty today. I have the intention to plead guilty today because I can't make it back here. So I don't have the means to get back here. So I have to go to work. I know you guys want to move on. So if the prosecutor hasn't, met the burden of proof, I don't see what we're doing here.
All right, so your next court date, I'll give you a little longer, September 20th, so you can make arrangements to come back to court.
Objection, Your Honor.
9:30 a.m. this department for your settlement conference.
I don't
If
agree to
you
that. I can't be
decide to
there.
Hire an attorney, let the person know to be here. If not, you certainly have a right to represent yourself. But I'm
So
not
are you making a
dismissing
plea
you.
for me?
No, I haven't entered any pleas for you, and you haven't entered any pleas either.
So I have to come back here and just,
Here, 9:30, this department. We're gonna have some paperwork, and then you'll need to take that downstairs.
so I have to come back and we're doing this all over again.
No, we'll be here for settlement, and if you don't want to resolve them, you can set it for a trial.
Objection, I don't agree to that. If you're gonna enter that for me, I involuntarily, it's under threat, duress, and coercion. I don't plead anything. I mean, if you wanna do this right now, I said I have the intention of pleading guilty. Right now, I have the intention of doing that if she can just
It's not a policy hearing.
prove jurisdiction.
We've already gone over this.
All right, well, I don't agree with any of that, so. then how do I request the recording so I can get all that was said today? Do I talk to the clerk for that? All right. And is there a way I could request a different judge that might hear what I'm saying next time? Is there a motion I can file for that?
There is.
Okay. And if this is fair and, you know, you're going to let me, like you said, know the nature of this, and you can tell me, you know, what can I do to, just so to let you off this, and maybe someone else who can understand what I'm saying, I can file a motion for another judge. Okay. So I file that with you or the clerk?
You go down.
Okay. All right. So am I free to go? Is there any way I can do a telephonic hearing? Because I can't make it back here.
Your case is done. I have a paper, just a second.
Thank you. I can stand outside? Absolutely. Thank you. Do you have no proof of jurisdiction? They can't give it to me, so. Yes, this is America. Crime family.